It's the pre-live.
Hey, we are
Yeah.
live. Happy Friday. Look at you jamming over there. I love it. I love it. So happy Friday, everybody. Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness. Myself, Shelly Long, and Jana Brown in the house wanted to come to you live. We're just going to kind of chat today, just kind of chit chat a little bit. I love that you have your water there. I brought my water. I'm like, oh man, after Thanksgiving, whew, we do pretty good, right? Do pretty good. But ultimately, it's like hydration is key, man. Hydration. I'm
Yeah,
going to flush out a little bit of that stuff that maybe I didn't do perfect, but that's okay. I had some products to help me.
for
And I know
sure.
we wanted to chat today, give you guys some tips, check in, get the pulse of how did you guys do on Thanksgiving? How are you feeling today during the post Thanksgiving? Are you guys like feeling a sugar coma? Are you guys feeling like a stuffed turkey? Are you feeling good and proud? So kind of love to hear your feedback, but drop some comments if you're catching us live, hashtag live, or you happen to catch this on the replay, hashtag replay. And Jana and I are just going to kind of come here today, just have an encouraging conversation, share with you some of her tips, our tips rather, where I've lost 64 pounds, she's lost 65 pounds, and how we just make this a lifestyle, right? Give you guys some tips for that lasting lifestyle, and also some amazing Black Friday deals that we have today and tomorrow that you can snag. So a little bit about what we got going on. But Jana, I'll toss it over to you. You can introduce yourself and kind of kick us off here. How are you feeling today? Are you
uh,
feeling like a sugar coma? Are you feeling like a stuffed turkey? You proud? Like, where are you at, girl?
oh my God. So I don't know about y'all, but I have these days where I don't know, I just get tunnel vision and I just have no appetite. I mean, for the most part, I don't really have a big appetite because, we have the products to help support, and of course the water and, different lifestyle choices that I've made have really helped keep the appetite down. But yesterday, I mean, thank you, first of all, for having me over last night. That was super fun. Getting to hang out with you and your family and getting to burn off some of the little calories that I ate, because I really didn't eat that much. Like I had a Quest bar, which is my favorite protein go to. Like whenever I just don't want to do, I mean, literally it is like I don't want to cook. I'm too go, like super high energy day. I'll have the bars are really helpful because I can just grab and eat and get my protein in. If you're not expending a whole lot of energy, it's important to make sure you keep your carbohydrates kind of down on those days. So, I mean, I had a lot of like mental energy. It's not like I was running around the block or anything, like not that kind of energy. It was more like mental energy, if you
Yeah.
will. You know what I mean? And so that's why I love the bars, because it's just like I don't want to, like, it's too many steps to cook and to do all
Yeah.
those things. Um, so for me, Thanksgiving was just by myself. I worked on a project for the 28-day shred and then came over there. So really, the only thing I really ate yesterday was what you saw me eat. So, but now today I'm like, oh my gosh, I text Shelly earlier and I was like, we can go live today and talk to our family members, but I need to go get some pie first. She's like, pie? And I'm like, I've been wanting pie for several days. And
Yeah.
Shelly mentioned earlier, she had her car blockers and whatnot. And and so, yeah, we have our insurance, but I was just thinking as I was, coming home with my cherry pie and my half a pecan pie, because they did anyways. Um, I was like starting to beat myself up, y'all. And I was having this like negative self-talk, like, you're putting poison in your body, Jana. Like, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be this, epitome of fitness and health and this, that, and the other. And I was like, wait a minute. First of all, you're a human being. You know
Right.
what I mean? And how often do you eat cherry pie and pecan pie? Like,
Right.
never. Give yourself a break. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so important to have grace. So, tomorrow I'll be in a sugar coma. Today,
Right.
but to balance it out, I've had 2 protein shakes. So my thing to myself was, okay, Jen, if
Yep.
you're gonna have a slice of pecan pie, you need to make sure you pair that with your protein.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
like,
That's an
damn it.
important tip. Yeah, make sure
Damage
that that doesn't get
control.
passed over, you guys. That's an important tip I tell people all the time. Like, if you're going to have your carb, like you want your pumpkin pie or your dressing or whatever the case may be, make sure you pair it with a protein. That's super important. So the way that it helps, offset the carbs and way those process through your body, and your body stores fat, burns it off, etc. So that's huge. That's a huge important tip.
Yeah.
How are you feeling today? Like, I know, like today, hopefully most of you guys are not like Jana driving to get pie the day after. All right, it's fine. It's fine. But
There
see, she
was
didn't have it
nobody at the
yesterday.
store. There
She
was
didn't
nobody
have it
at the
yesterday,
store.
so it's fine. A big tip for me is, having lost 30 pounds through October in January, when I started my weight loss journey, through Halloween, through Thanksgiving, through Christmas, through all the parties, through the new year, 30 pounds is huge. Most people are gaining. And so the 30-pound weight loss started from October, ultimately went on to lose 64 pounds. So a biggie for me during the holidays is like, enjoy the one day and then put the freaking leftovers up in the trash and give it to the family. Like, do whatever you got to do. Send it off to all the other humans in the family, whatever you have to do. But it's the problem I find is not so much Thanksgiving Day as much as the days after. Do you see that, Jana, a lot with the people you coach and help? Is it's like people will just keep eating those high carb foods day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, until all the leftovers are gone. And then all of a sudden we hop on the scale and we're like, yikes. So it's the one day isn't as catastrophic as the multiple days after. Yeah, Katrina popping on. Hey, Katrina, good to see
Yeah.
you. It's the
Yes.
days after, right? So I encourage you guys to send those leftovers out in a way, divide them amongst all the family members, the friends, the moderation for everyone. But if you have goals, and you've made a commitment to your health, and ultimately one day is not so bad. So that's a big tip for me, and I know that really helped me a lot. So what about you, Jana?
Well, I say goals over bowls, people. Goals over bowls. But if if you're going to you have to know yourself in which and your I know willpower can only take you so far. So, I
Right.
mean, personally, if you feel like, okay, I can't control myself, it's okay. Like, I
Yeah.
get it. There's certain things like I've got to tell clients and even myself sometimes, like, you just can't buy certain things because you're not
Yeah.
able, even God, this might sound okay. I'll tell you a story. So, um, we have a product we call it Magic Beans. Okay, it's like 4-in-1, takes away your cravings and helps you with portion control and all that stuff, right? And I remember when I was at a family gathering and I was like mad because I didn't want any of the food. And I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like, oh my gosh, like I don't even want it. And that's like upsetting because I know this stuff is like so good. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, I don't even want, like, this bothers me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, my point in saying that, at the end of the day, though, you can still choose whether or not you put something in your mouth.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can still like override that. So you have to know yourself.
Yeah.
Are you that kind of person that you just know that you overdo certain foods? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I will say this, like, I can't have cake in my house. Like, I don't care
Right.
what I try to tell myself, I don't care how many, if I could just chug a whole bottle of burn, it doesn't matter. Like, cake, I will eat it breakfast, lunch, and dinner if it's there.
Yep.
So I'm like, get it. So my daughter's birthday, I was like, do you want a cake? She's like, no. And I'm like, thank God. And then my mom's like, why don't you get a cake? And I'm like, because no one eats it except me. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you just have to know yourself. So you can either, yeah,
Yeah.
throw it away like Shelly suggested, or get rid of it, however, or on the flip side, if you feel like, okay, I still want to enjoy this stuff, I don't want to get rid of it, I still want to enjoy it. How do I do that without overdoing it?
Yeah.
It's just about, like Shelly said earlier, about pairing the protein with a carbohydrate. Space it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't just sit and have like one big plate, but space it out. And use your hand as like a measuring tool, right? Have your protein and then have your fistful of whatever carbohydrate. I would say personally, if you have like green bean casserole and things that maybe are more veggie based, like maybe even, I don't know if glazed carrots would count, but you might want to have the dressing and the heavier carbohydrate stuff earlier in the day, and
Yeah.
then kind of stick to your more of your vegetable stuff later on in the day.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if green bean casserole is low carb or not. I have no idea.
Yeah. I think any casserole is probably not. All the extra stuff that gets added. It's hard.
Yeah,
But yeah, like you say,
I'm
it's
trying.
splitting it out, that's so true. And then, we mentioned yesterday, it's like, that's one thing that Jan and I are super passionate about is making sure you guys understand, learning how to pair foods, like we talked about, how to have them in moderation, how to like have small portions split up throughout the day, to really help you make that lasting lifestyle. Water, obviously, water is huge. Everybody's got mixed opinions on scale weight. For me personally, I like the scale sometimes, because I'm a slap of reality kind of person. So if I find that
Hmm.
maybe like I've been cheating a little bit or, I don't know, I just find that if I go jump on that scale and I see it's gone up 3, 4, or 5 pounds or something, then I'm like, okay, I gotta get back. I gotta get back on track. And we know that the scale can be impacted from water weight, those things, but whatever, whatever. That slap of reality works for me and keeps me on track and has been for 15 years now. So you kind of have to work, what works for you. Do we talk about being scale obsessed and looking at that versus your measurements and stuff? No. I mean, you can tell your measurements too, people. Like I always tell, this is a winter tip, by the way. This just came to me. This is something that I had to do too during the winter. I realized when I would yo-yo 30 pounds was keep your blue jeans on in the winter. Oh my goodness. If you live in the yoga pants or the sweatpants, it's crazy how they stretch with you. So maybe you're like, no, I finally have broke the unhealthy relationship with the scale. I'm not getting on it. I don't have another unhealthy relationship with the scale. So it's okay for me to use it as one of my tools along with measurements, right? And how I feel and all the things. But fitted clothes is actually another tool that I use, because as those jeans start getting tighter, you're like, I need to hone in a little bit more here. So the sweatpants, you guys stay out of the sweatpants and yoga pants in the winter. I know they're like comfort clothes, but paired with the comfort foods, it's just no bueno. Come January, you're like, holy cow, what happened? Come the summer, we're going to be having this conversation where you're going to pull out shorts and put them on and they don't fit. And you're like, what happened? Well, what happened
Um,
was,
I have to testify, y'all. She's not kidding.
yeah,
Now, for myself, it was literally, it was going to Easter at Shelly's house in April. Can y'all tell that Shelly's my only friend? I mean, I'm spending every holiday with her. Anyway, so I'm not kidding. I went to put on these capris, and I was like, oh, Miss Ma'am, what happened? And I know it happened. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
you know it's not drinking, it's not focusing on the 5 pillars. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Or it might just be, God, now that the only pillar that I was really good about focusing on was sleep.
right.
But just got off track with the others. But it's so true. So just be mindful, and we know when we're not doing what we're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that, I don't, maybe I should reword that. We know when we haven't been as mindful
Mhm.
of our well-being.
Yeah, yeah, it
One
does. And
day,
well, what's interesting, so I'm going to answer Katrina's question. She asked, what's the 5 pillars for those of you guys that don't
oh,
know? So your
okay.
5 pillars are going to be exercise, sleep, nutrition, supplementation, and stress. All right. So, what you want to be thinking about is you're looking at your pillars, right? Your house. You want your house to be built on strength. And so, what's really great when you're off the rail, or maybe you've hit a plateau, or you're just not losing, or you want to look at those 5 pillars and say, okay, where am I lacking, right? Okay, I've got exercise in. Perhaps I have my supplementation in, but I'm not sleeping well. I'm high stress. I'm not eating good, right? Because it's interesting how people think, oh, well, I'm working out. I can eat what I want. Well, in reality, you cannot exercise off a bad diet, right? Or vice
Mm-mm.
versa. Maybe you're eating well and you're taking your supplements, but you're never getting extra movement in, right? Or you're not getting that adequate sleep or that, that high stress. I get some of those things are really hard to control, perhaps if your life is really, out of control, but those are things that you want to look at instead of giving up and getting frustrated and say, oh, this isn't working, or this isn't working, or that isn't working. And you're end up spinning your wheels. And then what does that do? That plays to your stress. The stuff we lay in our head at night, and we're laying in there, we're running all the stuff through our head, that affects our sleep. So it's like, quit chasing your tail and looking for the next shiny thing, and focusing on your pillars of wellness, right? For weight loss, wellness, and overall health. And so that's huge, Katrina. Hopefully you guys got those written down. Maybe somebody can write them in the comments, and we'll tag it up top.
Yes.
So that's a biggie, you guys. But also, so before I was going to answer her question, I was going to tell you guys something else on what you said, and then I lost my train of thought. But ultimately, for me, I just have to make sure that I'm, checking the scale here and there, checking the clothes here and there, not getting super complacent, again, being 15 years in this journey, because like, I'm not naturally a skinny girl. I eat a French fry and I blow up as big as a house. Okay. I did for 10 years, it was 30 pounds up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, thinking I could do this or do that, get off the wagon, or all of a sudden my moderation would create cravings, and I would eat, Thanksgiving for days, and I would have birthday cake for days. And, I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that, but like Jana said earlier, it's like, you have to know you. Like me, I cannot have the stuff
Mm.
lingering around the house. It will. My mom's dressing, like, I will just eat it until I blow up. I'll gorge myself on her dressing because it's just so good. And I'm like, no, just get it out, right? Let me just have my little
Yes.
bit, just get it out. So you have to know yourself. But ultimately, I'm going to kind of share a little bit of the products, right? So one of the pillars, because we want to make sure you guys know that we're here committed to helping you guys navigate the holidays. But one of the things, that we both have adopted as one of our pillars, obviously, is the supplement support, right? To fill the nutritional gaps. She talked about the appetite and craving control. So I'm going to share with y'all a little bit about what I did yesterday, what I'm doing all through the holidays, and really what I do for a lifestyle. Just super quick. And then also, because we want to make sure y'all know that there's Black Friday deals too. So if anybody is looking to make sure how to get back on track with things that they know that work, that that this is a great time, because the sales are massive, like literally the biggest sales of the year today and tomorrow, with a lot of free gifts and such. We do have payment plans and things too. So I know that a lot of people are spending a lot of money right now on a lot of other deals and such. So I just make sure you guys know that there's like no fees involved in helping to split out the money attached to getting some products to help support your goals and your health. But carb blockers is a biggie. I love the carb blockers. Again, it just really helps to block the absorption of the carbs that we're having more so in this season. So I love those. It's very just simply that. I mean, carb blockers. Jana wants to elaborate more on the ingredients and stuff, she can. But I know, like, for me, I'm getting started back on the detox tonight, because I did I didn't go crazy on Thanksgiving. It's just a lifestyle, but still, I'm just not feeling like I'm as all in motivated and committed to my weight loss and wellness as I always have been historically. So I'm like, okay, it's time to get the detox in, right? And I love the fact that it's a gentle detox. And I love the fact that it's only 3 nights. And so I'm going to be taking this tonight, starting back. And this actually comes in our lean body system. And that is on sale. It's like, what, $50 off? It's like crazy. So make sure that if you want to learn more about the lean body system, you comment below. But Jana, I'm going to kind of give an overview. And then, of course, if you want to elaborate on some of that, I know you're like an ingredient junkie. You love kind of more how things work and why. And I know there's other minds like yours. For me, I'm kind of like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it, kind of girl. And so I love the fact that the trim, right? You guys, perhaps, I don't know, it's interesting. I still have people ask me, what is that tablespoon that you're posting? And so I like to continuously talk about it, because we assume people know what it is we're talking about doing, and not always. Thank you, Katrina. We appreciate you. You did. And not always do people know what it is. So just quickly, the trim, what I love is you just take a tablespoon. I actually saved taking it, because I was going to take it here with you guys live. Yeah. And show you
No,
how simple this is.
I'm just tripping out because I actually had the same idea. Like,
Did
I
you?
don't know
Well, you
what.
can take yours too. So
Well,
look, you
it's
guys.
downstairs.
So I've got the tablespoon of trim. So this is going to have your CLA in it, which is clinically proven to block the absorption of fat. It helps. So it helps with fat storage. This has collagen in it too. So it's going to help restore youthful skin. Hashtag youthful skin. Does anybody like the sound of that? I don't know. I do. It helps improve muscle tone. That's part of the CLA also. But you literally just take a tablespoon a day, right? Right now, the flavor that's on promo is the salted caramel. And do you say caramel or caramel? What do you say? That's like a
Caramel.
thing. It's so funny. Or did you say caramel? Caramel.
I never know what one of the two is going to come out. Caramel, caramel.
Caramel. So this one happens to be raspberry lemonade, by the way, because my salted caramel and my gold spoon hasn't come in yet, but these spoons are fabulous. Like this is from a previous promo. And so simply tablespoon a day. Delish. I
So
also
good.
like to put it on top of my protein waffles, right?
So good.
Protein, protein, protein. That's really a big key in your nutrition. The more lean body, the more lean muscle you have, the more body fat you burn, right? Protein is part of
Yes.
helping to preserve your lean muscle. So burn is the other thing. She was talking about the magic beans a while ago, you guys. I kept mine out because I'm going to take it too. It's time for my afternoon pick me up and appetite control. So I'm taking my magic bean. So I love this one. Like she said, it has like the 4-in-1. So it's going to help energy, metabolism, cravings, appetite, all the things all in one. Helps stabilize blood sugar. It has a lot of really, really, really great benefits, you guys. So magic bean.
So simple.
Super simple, right? Super simple. I love simple. Anybody else love the idea of simple?
I
Or
say
do you
life
like to
is
make your
hard
life
enough.
more chaotic?
No,
I mean, you like to
life is
make your life
hard
more
enough.
chaotic?
Losing weight should not
So
be.
yeah, exactly. So that was literally the lean body system, you guys. The detox, the trim, the burn. That's it. Lean body system. This is the one that we take every day. In addition to some other things that we take just for our overall wellness and anti-aging for our joints, our hair, etc. But that's simple and that's huge sell right now, you guys. Huge sell. So Jana, is there anything that you want to elaborate to that? Some awesome fun facts or maybe some other before and after pictures, or what do you have to add to that, or move on,
Well,
whatever you like.
well, first of all, I know we have some friends viewing. If you could drop your results and drop, any benefits that you've received from taking these amazing fat loss accelerators, like that's what I like to call them. Um, but I think ingredients are important to help you
Mhm.
understand why these ingredients are in this product, and to also help you understand the value of the product. So. Shelly mentioned the carb blockers earlier. So they have white kidney bean extract and some other ingredients that help not only slow the absorption of carbs, which is going to help your pancreas and things like that. It's just going to buffer the impact that those higher sugar, starch, and all that. Those foods, that's what elevates your blood sugar, which is it's not good for your kidneys and your body in general. Okay. And so what this does is it just kind of slows down that absorption rate. All right. So think of your blood. So your blood is not just rushed with all this sugar and all this stuff, right? And your pancreas aren't taxed with having to deal with all that with your insulin and whatnot, right? So what happens is it just kind of slows that down. Okay. And it also reduces the impact of that with those ingredients. So it's buffering the damage is what it
Right.
is, what it's doing. You just take 5 minutes before your largest, carb meal, or you can take 3 in the morning, whatever, just depending on what your day looks like. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of like an overachiever. So if I plan to eat carbs all day, which is pretty common, then I'll do it multiple times. You're not going to feel it. It's not going to have you go to the restroom or anything like that. I've been asked that. Okay, if it's blocking the carbs, am I just going to poop? No, you're good. Okay. So I call them insurance because I just like, where is it? Right. So it's in my purse. I have some in the car. There are bottles everywhere.
Yeah.
Just got to make sure I always have my things with me. And then with the burn, okay, so here's the thing with the burn. It has ingredients that support fat oxidation, which is the use of your stored body fat for energy.
Mm-hmm.
So carbs do not cause weight gain, okay? High fat foods do not cause weight gain. What causes weight gain is a surplus of calories. It's when you consume more than you actually burn off. Okay, so food is energy. Your body's main source of energy is carbohydrates. So what burn does is it shifts that from carbohydrates as energy to your stored body fat. All right. And so
Amen.
that's what you want. That's called fat oxidation, the use of your stored body fat for energy.
Yeah.
So carbs are not going to cause weight gain. The reason why people say that, they're like, oh, I eliminated carbs and I dropped, 5 pounds overnight or whatever. It's because carbohydrates carry water. They're like a water molecule. And so you're naturally going to be bloated after you eat a bunch of carbs, and you're naturally going to feel less bloated if you eliminate them. So to that point, if you are feeling like a stuffed turkey, then just go carbless for a couple days, okay?
Yeah.
And your stomach will flatten right out, all right? But with the burn, that's really the key uh, thing with the burn and how it works. And it also helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels as well. It doesn't cause any jitters either.
Right.
I freaking love it. And I have it all over the place as well. And then there's the trim, what Shelly mentioned about the tablespoon a day. I like to say it gives you a slim waist and a more youthful face. When a slimmer waist and a younger face. What's so powerful about this product is not only does it have the plant-derived CLA that Shelly mentioned, but it also has our liquid collagen biocell technology. So what makes that special and unique is that it's the only product like it in the world that has not only is it a complete collagen, but it also has something called chondroitin sulfate, hyaluronic acid, and then it's got the pure liquid collagen from a single source. So your
Yeah.
body is getting a very clean, very pure collagen mixed with the CLA. Now, what makes the chondroitin sulfate so awesome is that it is a cartilage. It's like a cartilage builder is basically
Yeah.
what it is. So I want you to think of like your joints, not just your joints, but your skin, your hair, like the building blocks to your hair, your nails, and all that. I want you to think of it as like a brick wall. Okay. Once you hit 30, actually 25-ish is when things start to kind of go downhill, believe it or not. But it gets more rapid around 40 years old. Okay. A 41 here. Smash the heart button, tap the heart button, tap the screen if you are also of that age, right? So what happens is it's like you've got these little men who are just banging out all the bricks to your beautiful wall. Of course
Right.
they're men. Of course they're little men. Of course. What else would they freaking be? It's got to be men, right? Okay, let me get back on track. All right. So they're not. So what happens is you have these advanced signs of aging. Okay, all of a sudden your boobs are not on your chest. All of a sudden, your hair, like all the things, right? And so this combination, this technology, these ingredients literally rebuild that. The chondroitin sulfate, all those things, the hyaluronic acid, they literally like freaking rebuild all that stuff. And it's not just me like making this stuff up. Like that's the reason why it's won multiple industry awards.
Yeah.
That's the reason why, the BioCell is used by celebrities. That's the reason why I look like I'm 20 now.
Hello. Hello.
No, but seriously, y'all, like my hair, I have a whole new head of hair. You know what I mean? Thanks to this stuff. Like it's no freaking lie. The science is mind blowing. It truly is when you truly learn the power and so it's one thing to see the testimonials, but when you really really understand the science and what goes
Yeah.
into these products and how they're formulated, it is absolutely look, Charlene's like, I'm so what's up, girl? She's a friend of Angie. Welcome, girl. Good to see you on. But yeah, I mean, it's and people are, people are going out, and I'm not trying to knock other brands or whatnot. I
Yeah.
used to take the powder. I took the powder for 3 years because I know that collagen is important. I know that you're going
Right.
to lose collagen as you age, but I didn't see a difference at all. I'll be straight up honest with you. I didn't see a difference at all. So I really, what I really want people to know is that this isn't just fat loss.
Right.
It's so much more than that. You're getting
Yeah.
your joint health, you're getting your hair, your skin, your nails, your gut health, your eyes. The hyaluronic acid helps with the suppleness in your skin, helps with the health of your eyes. I mean, it's so much more than fat loss. And then, of course, with the Activate, the 3-day detox, tastes amazing. It's 3 nights. You put it in water, you drink it. It comes free in the system. But most importantly, what I love about it is that you just feel rejuvenated after it. Like
Yeah.
you just feel, and it also has turkey rhubarb in it, which is good for your gut health. So it's going to get that in order because, I mean, everything starts with gut health. Like
Yeah.
everything. I mean, I say, look, you can, take this stuff, great, but it's almost like, never getting the oil changed in your car. Can you imagine?
Right. Yeah.
So addressing your gut health is like changing that oil. It's like the transmission getting reworked. It's like your body's a system, right? And so you wouldn't treat your car like it never needs an oil change or tune up, never needs to go to the shop, right? You wouldn't do that. Well, your body is no different. It's a system all the same. You know what I mean? So every month we do the detox. And
Yeah.
sometimes if I go a little too crazy for whatever reason, I might do 2 in a row. Like, I'm overachiever here. Where are my
Right.
overachieving friends? where where are my overachieving friends? Charlene, is there a specific link to order from or a code? Yes, I'll make sure you get Angie's coupon code so you can get a discount. But in the meantime, you can go to modair.com/holiday, modair.com/holiday, and you can just browse around and whatnot, and you'll see kind of the stuff that we're talking about. But that it's just, I think it tastes amazing. I love it. It's got a very green, healthy type flavor. Like, you're drinking, it's going to be good for you if it tastes like grass.
Yeah. Right.
I'm like, it's when if I have someone who's like, oh my God, it's disgusting, I'm like, then it's
Yeah.
going to do something amazing.
Yeah. No, for sure. I love that. Thank you for all that info.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's good. So Charlene, is asking about the code, and Jana mentioned to that. So just make sure you guys, like, if you hear anything that excites you or interests you, that you make sure you comment here. We are sharing across the board in a lot of different platforms. We want to make sure that you get the referral code link of the person that invited you, because in doing that, one, you're going to get attached to them as your coach, attached to our organization where we provide a lot of great free coaching tips and support, nutrition, all those things, a great community. But also in that, you're going to get an additional $10 off coupon to use on top of the Black Friday sales that are good today and tomorrow. So you guys, the savings are massive. Okay. So make sure that if you see this today being Black Friday, all right. Just kind of mentioning that. So if people that see that on replay, is that Black Friday, so 25th and 26th, 2 days only. We have huge sales. And if you've never ordered with one of us before, make sure you reach out to the person that invited you on, to where you can get their referral code, and they will get a $10 coupon to use on their future order, and you will get a $10 off coupon to use on this order. So if you want to be able to also share, tag some friends here if you like this and you're like, hey friend, like, let's do this together. All right. Let's do this together. Then make sure and let us know, because your friend can order with you. We'll help provide coaching and support for them as well. You'll get a $10 referral credit to use on your future orders, and they'll get a $10 off coupon, right? So I love it. It's called Share the Love. And so that's exactly what you're doing, right? Give 10, get 10. And then everybody wins. The goal right now is to help people save money and lasting results. Okay, lasting
Yes.
results. So we actually have so much more on the website that is on sale. We obviously love the lean body system, and we talk about that as a good core. That's where Jana and I got started. when we first started with this company 3 years ago was that system, the simple system. Okay. But then, of course, hey, beautiful Eileen, love her, you guys. So that's funny. I'm actually transitioning to that right now. Her beautiful the skin. So that's perfect that Eileen commented. She's been my client for like over 8 years or something now, but now she's almost like a bestie. I mean, I look forward to training her 3 days a week, going in, literally go to her house 3 days a week for 8 years. It's crazy. She's just awesome and amazing, but she's 73, as she said, looks 50 and fabulous. And she uses more of the skincare line, the collagen for skincare. So it's interesting how we got started on the lean body. And then the more that we saw, the more that we learned, we're like, wait a minute, we're putting this collagen, hyaluronic acid, we're drinking and put it in our body, like Jana just spoke of. We also have the ability to put it on our body, right? So we can target trouble areas in that regard to give extra collagen support for added, anti-aging, because some people may not even care about worrying about weight loss or wellness or any of that right now. They're like, you know what, just give me the vanity. Okay. I want to look good and then I'll work on feeling good. Right. So everybody comes to us for different reasons. And so I don't have the skincare line out here. And, we can do like maybe a brief overview in that, Jana, if you want. I know you're a huge skincare junkie,
Yeah.
and in part of, why your skin looks so beautiful. But, I have this here also. I love, she mentioned that a while ago, is we literally can drink our skincare, right? It's like that Botox in a bottle. Literally can drink our skincare. Another simple step. Like to be honest, I've always sucked at skincare. So I loved, again, the simplicity of being able to take this tablespoon, right, of collagen, like the straight up collagen without the fat loss ingredients. Let me see if I can do this without spilling it everywhere. So good. To me, it's like a little fruity taste. I don't know. I've never been able to identify. Everybody has like an opinion on the fruity taste, if you will. But I just take that every day. And so I've got that. And then, of course, the anti-aging skincare. You guys, all of that's on sale too. That is all on sale. Massive, massive sales. So if you're not married to your skincare line, or perhaps, you're like, okay, I've been taking this stuff, but not seeing as optimal results, I'll tell you that now is a perfect time to look at the skincare, the collagen skincare. Again, award-winning with the US and international patents, salon grade, products, luxury products at an affordable price that everyone can get. I encourage you, now is the great time to look at that for your exchange system. I use, because again, the simplicity of the system, use the serum and the moisturizer. In fact, oh my gosh, you guys, like I have to do a whole separate video and share some stuff with my teenage son the other day. Like he's starting to get some of his teenage acne and stuff right now. And Krista and I started doing our whole little skincare magic on him, because back when she really struggled as a younger female teen with her acne, this helped. Like the serum and the infusion mask and stuff helped. So now that Tyler is finally experiencing that himself, I'm sure he appreciates me putting this out there on the World Wide Web, but whatever. So now that he's been experiencing some of that, we're like, okay, we know what works. So the same stuff that I use for anti-aging, I'm helping him with his teen acne. And it literally, that one treatment that we did with him, the red flare up and all that, helped him dramatically. Enough so that like literally people were saying like, oh my gosh, your skin looks so much brighter and better. So now he's motivated. He's like, okay, mom, now what do I take? In what order? And so it's so good, you guys. So if you have teens maybe struggling in that area, or if you just want to kind of look at some of those anti-aging options for yourself, then know that all of that's on discount and sale too, along with a lot of other things. Let's see, Eileen, my granddaughter told me yesterday how amazing my skin looks. So she knows, and she has my DNA. She isn't worried. Yes, you get compliments everywhere you go. And so I love that. But Jana, did you have anything that you wanted to elaborate on the skincare line or any of the other lines that you're passionate about that happen to be on promo right now?
Oh my God, skincare is definitely my jam, and I've got to, always give a shout out and credit to my mom for that, because growing up, she's always been super, super passionate about skincare. And I remember, her always having all her pretty products and always doing her face every morning, every night, never letting the sun hit her face. And so my mom really got me, she started that for me at a young age, which I'm really appreciative of. But what happened over the years is, having my own money and all those things, I used to just be such a penny pincher, and everything was so cheap. And I used to feel like if it if it stripped my skin, if I felt like my skin was like dried out and like a layer was missing, then I felt like that was a good thing. Like no pain, no gain. Like it was kind of like my mantra across the board. Like skincare has to hurt too, not just working out. But I really thought, and I was doing all these other brands and just trying different things. And, sometimes I'd get off and get on. And because like what happens, like when you don't see a difference or you don't really notice notice a change, like you get discouraged, you don't want to continue.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or maybe not that. Maybe I shouldn't say that with skincare. Maybe I should just say that you're not as diligent or as passionate about doing it because you're not seeing or maybe much of a difference. And so when I switched to our skincare line, I loved just how my skin felt and looked immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, just the hydration. I'm like, oh my gosh, because what happens as we age is we start losing that, the hyaluronic acid content. We start losing the collagen content and all those things. And we begin to have this sort of thin, dried out, leathery look. Like if you look in the mirror and your skin just looks dried out, I mean, that's common, but it doesn't have to be. Like we have a solution for that,
Yeah.
and so yes, you can take care of your skin topically, but it's also important internally, like Shelly mentioned with the pure liquid collagen. But our topical line, not only is it simple, but it's very gentle on the skin. Shelly's got her teenagers using it. I'm using it. It's very, very, very gentle and clean, but super, super powerful. And so we have a double cleanser. We have a complete array, everything from the cleanser to a mask you can do a couple times a week, to eye cream, to lip plumper. We even have a collagen infused, like firming foam. Okay. Like every part of your body can just be drenched and draped out in collagen. Okay. Like
Yeah.
literally
Give me all the collagen.
every single part of your body.
Yeah.
But what I really appreciate is that our CEO, Ozma Isak, who is, an amazing woman. She is a nerd, an ingredient junkie. But what I love and appreciate about her is that she's always looking for the, like, what is next? What else? The research, the science. What else is science discovering in the world of health and wellness and skincare and collagen? And so one of our newest additions to the skincare line is something called a bakuchiol booster. And bakuchiol is now a buzzword. It's becoming a buzzword, and it's an alternative to retinol.
Yes.
So just added this to my regimen, and it's, I use the complete system. I use the double cleanser, the toner, the bakuchiol booster, the serum, and then the moisturizer. So, and then the eye cream and I told you, extremist over here. Like, if you're going to go big, like if you're going to do it, do it. Like,
Right.
like I'm like, just do all of it. But no, because honestly, like the way the science is, they work together like synergistically. Like that's why you will see the serum, the 5-minute facelift, and the moisturizer sold as a duo on the website. It's because they literally scientifically work together. Can you use them separately? Yes.
Right.
But what I appreciate is that my face doesn't feel like oily or weighed down or like it's too much. Like it's easy to apply, and then of course you can apply it right underneath makeup. And so it's fantastic. And as far as order goes, so here's a skincare tip. You always want to apply your skincare from thinnest to thickest. Okay, so just keep that in mind, thinnest to thickest. And then another tip for you is try to apply your skincare at least 3 hours before bed to give it time to get into your skin versus putting it on and going straight to sleep, because your pillows don't need collagen. Okay.
Right.
Like make sure it gets all in your face. But aside from that, I just absolutely love our skincare line. Not only is it super affordable, but very, very powerful and effective. And I just love all the different combinations you can get on the website. Like you can, there's lots of different little bundles, or you can do them separate. And we do have something called, I like to call it the ultimate transformation bundle, where it's the lean body system and the topical cell-proof skincare line, and it's like, I don't know, $230 something off. So you're
It's
like,
crazy.
I mean, you're practically
Yeah.
getting the skincare line for like free. I mean, it's
Yes.
it's really an insane, crazy deal. And that's like without even Black Friday attached. That's just
Yeah.
on the regular.
Yeah.
But like Shelly said, you said something earlier that I really liked. You said an exchange system. So I don't want any of you to think of this as like an expense. If you're already using the skincare, it's just more of an upgrade. Like we're gonna swap that out. We're gonna take you from good to great, right? We're gonna trade that old stuff in, and we're gonna upgrade, right?
Yeah.
A common question would be, if I'm only going to get 2 products, what would they be? And I would definitely say the serum and the moisturizer. Bottom, I mean, hands down.
Yeah. Well, what's true about that too is because, well, we see it all the time, right? Especially being primarily in the weight loss world. People want instant, instant results, instant gratification. And so
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I love. And then people quit on themselves so soon. Like it's like day one, I'm not dropped 5 pounds. I'm like, okay, give it time. But what happens with the serum is like you said, it's like that facelift in a bottle. You instantly see the difference. It's like one treatment, you're like, wow. And so every subsequent treatment, you just see more and more and more, and the radiance and, the hydration in your skin, it's just fabulous. So I love that so much, because people can get that instant gratification fix that they always look for, and then just keep motivated to keep going, right? Knowing it's going to get better and better and better. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. You get excited about I'm like, I get excited to do my skincare routine. Like,
Yeah, it's so
I
true.
mean, so religious about it. Cause I mean, you see it, you feel it, you know it.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I love about the magic beans though, too. It's like I could feel, right? We always talk about you want to feel the difference. You're going to feel the difference in your day to day before you see the difference, as far as like your weight loss and stuff goes. So it's really just sometimes playing those mind games with ourselves to keep ourselves going and on track for knowing the things that we should do anyway, but it's like we need that fix. So I love the energy part of it. I love the craving part of it. So it's just super exciting, but we do have a full line. We won't go into everything, you guys, but just know that today, the 25th and the 26th through midnight, huge, huge, huge sales and savings. So if you've been on the fence at looking at some things, or you've fallen off the wagon, you want to get back on the wagon, whatever the case may be. Of course, we have tons of, long-term loyal customers who've been taking a, huge advantage of the sales and the free gifts. One being the collagen self-tanner. That's going to be a free gift, and the free spoon. Just make sure that you reach out. Don't miss out on that, you guys. We're going to be here working hard for the next 2 days to make sure that everybody that wants the sale gets the sale. And then beyond that, getting you guys in our coaching support groups, make sure that we help you navigate the holidays with tips and encouragement and support. And some people aren't ready to do a full out regimen just yet. And that's totally okay. Like we said, it's everybody and where they're at. But even if you're not ready to make a full change yet, you guys, we need to look at the basics, the carb blockers, the energy. Like everybody needs energy. Hello. Like we're juggling all these things and going all these places. So, drop a comment below. It's like #energy. Like, where is it that you're at, that you're struggling? You're like, I'm not really ready for a full regimen or a full commitment to a meal plan or whatever the case may be, but I don't want to go through the holidays and put on another 10 pounds and have that be that much further behind. What is that 1 or 2 simple things that I can do in that regard too, right? So she talked about the serum and moisturizer for your face. What's the 1 or 2 things that you could do, to help you navigate? And we can talk about that individually and make those recommendations. For me, I say the burn, right? Because I can feel the energy and I can feel the difference in my appetite control. And then, of course, it depends if you're a coffee drinker or not, too, you guys. Like, I have become like a collagen coffee little addict. Oh, my goodness. Like, I feel crazy energy from that, crazy appetite control, focus, all of that. And so, obviously, when I have energy, I'm going to get my butt up off the couch and I'm going to move. I'm going to do something, right? I'm going to work on that other pillar. And so wherever it is that you're struggling and whatever your goals are, if you're like an all-in person, if you're like, I just need some little baby stuff to get me through the holidays, I absolutely love a deal, a savings. I appreciate the fact that there's payment plan options and that there's added coupons available that I can share with others, help my friends save money and help me get some extra referral credits too. All right, me being you. And so it's really just saying, like, what part of what you heard. And I know some of you guys are hopping on late. So just make sure that if you want to either one, watch the replay, or two, just reach out to us and say, hey, give me the quick and dirty, right? Give me the little, 15-second or less, like, what do I need to get, right? I want to get on track. And we'll fill you in on that. So anyway, some final thoughts as we wrap up here, Jana?
Well, yeah, I didn't want to wrap up.
Oh, I gotta get my daughter from work. Just hop off.
Okay. Like, seriously, I don't think that I'm going to be leaving this house anytime soon. But no, honestly, I was just thinking, y'all, about, um, staying on track this season, and something that's really helped me when it comes to treats, and treat could be anything, any guilty pleasure, it could be whatever, some TV show or whatever. Okay, this is really going to be helpful. Okay, so pay attention. Use a reward system for yourself. All right,
Yeah.
so we talked about the leftovers. Okay, here's the thing. Let's say that you're like, oh my God, I really, really want a slice of leftover pumpkin pie or pecan pie, or I want whatever. How about, and if you want that, how about you go walk for 10 minutes first? 10-minute walk.
Right.
Then you can have it. Does that make sense? Like, think
Yeah.
about how much better you'll feel, and you won't have that guilt. You'll feel like, okay, at least and not that, listen, not that 10-minute walk is going to burn off, anything, but it's not about that. It's about you moving your body. It's about you at least just getting more movement in. So we talked about the 5 pillars. Okay. Exercise doesn't necessarily have to be spending an hour in the gym or taking a 45-minute class with myself and Shelly, but just, are you moving? You have 180 something muscles in your body. Like, they're not meant they're not just there for decoration. Like, they're there to help to do stuff, like move. Freaking move. And I'm not just talking to you. Like, I'm talking to myself as well. Working from home now and not having to go to a gym and all these things, it's like, man, I'm getting stiff and tight. So maybe perhaps you could, maybe it's maybe you need to stretch for 10 minutes. Maybe you could do a little bit of each throughout the day before you have that food, before you have that treat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can use that reward system in many, many different ways, but I really think it'll help with you mentally, and you'll feel better. Your endorphins, like, you can't not feel better after a 10-minute walk, Oh, it's cold.
So
It's put on a jacket and go. Like I said, I'm talking to myself as well. But as far as the 5 pillars go, I would just say, just focus. If you're not one of those people that just rip the Band-Aid off and go all out and go all in at one time, like Shelly mentioned, then just start with water. Okay? Like we talked about earlier, start with protein, more protein.
Yeah.
More protein. And here's a little nugget for you. You may not know this, okay? Because I've been seeing some fitness professionals that I'm just like, oh, stop, literally talking about eating 180 grams of protein, these god awful numbers. And I used to be one of these people, but let me tell you something about women. We cannot absorb and metabolize more than 25 grams of protein at a time. Okay, right. So stop falling for these 30 grams, 50. No. We can only, everything else we just can't. It's stored. It's not going to get you. So 25 grams of protein, like 4 ounces of meat before it's cooked. So if you're weighing and you're measuring, that's a note, for just 4 ounces before it's cooked, 4 times a day. Or a protein shake. If you want to do a protein shake like I do, if you supplement with a protein shake. All right, I can give you a recommendation. But just maybe that's one of your goals, is the nutrition piece. But you're like Shelly mentioned, I don't want to go on a full-on like diet or nutrition plan. But that protein is going to help you stay satiated. It's also going to help you preserve your lean muscle as you age. Like, it's just crazy how, like, as we age, we lose so much. we lose our patience. we lose our hair. We lose every freaking thing, right? And muscle is one of those. Muscle is one of those things that unfortunately we lose as we age. So it's important to make sure you have your protein at least 4 times a day, 20 grams. Get at least your 80 grams in. Do some resistance training, right? I know you're obsessed with the cardio and the elliptical, and it's I love it. It's great for your joints and whatnot. But you've got to put some resistance between yourself and your, what I mean, and the floor, right?
Yeah.
You've got to put some resistance there and build that muscle. You're not going to get bulky. I have so many women who are like, but I don't want to look like a man. Listen, you're not. It takes a woman at least a month to put on 1 pound of muscle, and that's with extreme effort. All right. That's with a lot of effort. Okay. So you're not going to get big and bulky just because you start lifting 5 pounds. All right. But you're going to preserve the muscle that you have. And like Shelly said, the more muscle that you have, the more body fat you burn in a state of rest. Your muscle is a free fat burner. Okay. Get yourself some muscles. I promise you will be so glad that you did. All right. But beyond that, it's really just giving yourself some grace. Don't beat yourself up. I don't want you to get off of here and think to yourself, I'm going to, for 30 days, I'm going to do da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. How about you just start with right now? Okay.
Yeah.
How about you just start with, okay, what can I do right now that is going to contribute to one of those 5 pillars? Okay. Maybe perhaps it's like, you know what? I feel stiff as a board. I'm going to stretch when I get off the live. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and drink some water. I'm just going to go ahead and drink 2 big old glasses of water. It's just those little things that add up. And I like to say, don't think so much about, oh, I've got to lose 50 pounds. I need to lose 50 pounds. Because then at that point, what happens is because weight loss is associated with restriction and because it's associated with diet and it's associated with all these things that makes us feel like crap, it doesn't sound fun at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. It's just like, oh my God, it sounds hard. It sounds like work. It sounds, like life is going to suck. I can't do this. It seems like weight loss is associated with a bunch of no's. Nope. No, no, no. But when you think, and that's what I teach my clients, I'm like, when you think, I want to think wellness.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm trying to be well. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to be healthy. Well, yeah, and happy. I'm trying to be healthy. Okay, we can't be healthy and miserable. Let's get that straight. But I want you to, okay, so just pay attention to how your body feels. Okay. When I say to you, weight loss, we're gonna lose weight. But what if I said, healthy girl, we're gonna get healthy, we're gonna get well? You see the difference?
Oh yeah.
But when you focus on the wellness and the healthy, you can't not lose weight.
That's right.
And that has my mind, and I guess it's the coffee. It's our Logic coffee, our brain power. I love this stuff. It really does. I love it because now my brain is like, oh my gosh, we have to do a whole freaking other live on like label confusion because I have seen, and I have to use discernment because I don't want to just be like, no bitch, put that away. It's not healthy at all. But so I just cheer them on and I'll wait for permission to say something. But I'll see women who are on their health journey and they've got this massive bowl of granola and it's covered in yogurt and it's topped with berries. And they think it's healthy. And on the surface it appears to be. But honey, like I said, that's a whole nother life.
Yeah. Well, it goes to like what you said earlier, like how much protein that we can have in one sitting. It's the same thing as like carbs. It's not that carbs are bad. We can't double stack the carbs, and that's
sugar.
It's an education on, moderation and such.
Yeah.
I think that's sugar. Huge value for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know Shelly's probably thinking, well, it's better than the burger that she used to have. And they're kind of, she's like,
it's calories in, calories out. It's like, what are your calories comprised of, right? You still got to, if you're taking 500 calories here and 500 calories there, it's still 500 calories, right? And that still adds up at the end of the day. So that's what's interesting too. I'll tell people, I'm like, yeah, that's great that you're having avocado and you're having, almond butter, or you're having hummus. And I'm like, those are good fats. But I'm like, if you sit there and eat the whole tub of it, you might as well have a Whopper. I mean, you just put as much fat in your body. You know what I mean? It's like good fats, bad fats. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you can't take on more in proteins, carbs, fats, right? Any of those things in excess, and your body to be able to use it, right? Because what it can't use, it's going to store as fat, right? And so
Exactly.
that's the deal. So that's where you kind of really learn. Like, we do have your basics of helping you get started, but then it's teaching you guys that over time, the education, because people are trying to make better choices. Because yeah, granola is good. Yeah, particular yogurts, right,
Depending.
are good.
Yeah.
The berries are good, right? But it's how much of that and all at once, right? Splitting up. So those are the things that we can definitely teach you guys. And, we don't charge extra for that either, by the way, whenever you get our products. We're here to coach and teach you and help you to get the results. We're getting paid somewhere, whether it's going to be through products or you don't want products and you want to pay for our nutrition support. Like, we're here committed to your success and help you. But at the end of the day, our time is also worth something, right? But I love that the fact that we do products and then people get us for free, like, that's a huge perk. We're committed to helping people have that success and so much free nutrition value, just like here right now. And so the goal is to make sure you guys know that we're here, we're committed. What is it? What is 64 plus 65? I don't know, 129
Yeah.
pounds between the two of us that we've lost. And it's been a life journey. And so,
Yeah.
we do provide those simple tips for you guys, and we love it. But at the end of the day, I always say I'm here to help those who are also willing to help themselves. It comes a moment in time where you have to have that real talk with yourself and kind of hit that wall and say, that's it, I'm done. Like, I'm over it. Like, I happened to hit my wall in October of 20, whatever it was, 15 years ago, and said, I'm done. Like, was that optimal? No, I had to give up all the Halloween candy and the Thanksgiving treats and the Christmas, but that's when I hit my wall. I'm like, I'm done. Like, I'm tired of looking this way. I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of my knees feeling, all the things, and so we're just here to help people have some aha moments, some real talk, some reality check, like looking and realizing that how simple it truly can be to make some lasting changes, you guys, some real simple tips. But you have to just speak up and say, I'm done. Like, I'm over it. I've hit my wall. I'm ready for
Yes.
change. Show me the simple tips. Show me the simple steps. Help me with the simple solutions. If you guys follow me, like, if it's 3 or 4 ingredients, more than that, I'm not cooking it. Chances are I'm not cooking it anyway. Okay. But they're simple. It's simple across the board in nutrition, and simple in your supplementation, and simple in getting extra movement in, right? Don't overcomplicate it. And that's what we're here for, is to help you with that. You don't have to Google and be confused by, I can have this or not have that, or have this, have that. So what happens is all this information overload and we're stuck and we do nothing. That's how I felt 15 years ago. And that's why my commitment and passion is about simple tips and simple steps. But then you have to walk it out, right? You have to walk it out. So I can only help you so much. What's that whole thing? Like, or you can lead a horse to water, right? But you can't make them drink. And so, we're just, at the end of the day, we're here to help people who are also ready to help themselves, right? I'm 48. No, I'll be 48 in a couple weeks, 47. And my dad died at 49. And so what appeals to me is health. As you spoke about, Jana, it is health, and I know that what is happening on the inside of my body is a reflection of what the outside of my body looks like, right? Feeding myself good nutrition and taking care of myself. So that's my passion, my commitment. And so, yeah, we're both equally committed, and whomever happens to invite you on, like, you get me and Jana too. So what else you got? Beautiful.
Nothing. Thank you for doing this with me, and go get Krista. I hope I didn't keep you too long.
You're good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You're good. She's out working the Black Friday sales, you guys. Oh my gosh. When y'all go out there, please, can I just tell y'all, when you go out there and you've got these teenagers that are helping you in these stores that are working their little jobs and getting their little life experience, can you just be friendly? Can you just be a friendly human? My daughter called me today in like tears. She's got like people all like, hurry up. Can you fold that faster? Or, like, we got sales to go to. We got this, we got that. You're just like, oh my gosh. She's just like, people are so mean. I'm like, well, baby, sadly, I hate that. That's a fact of life. But you know what? It doesn't have to be that way. You guys, everybody needs to like slow down for a minute. Take care of our youth that are out there. Let's not emotionally abuse them as they're trying to navigate life. Black Friday
Yeah.
sales can bring out some crazy people. Okay.
Yeah. God.
Take some revitalize before you go. Get your calm on. Let's do some stretching and some yoga pose, some zen before you go hit the malls and mistreat our teens.
Yeah, or go everywhere with earphones in, like jam out. I just like, oh my God, I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hashtag be a good human. So,
for sure.
all right. Well, love you guys. We appreciate y'all. We're always here, the opportunity to help and serve. And thank you, Jana. It's always a pleasure. Super fun. You
Yeah,
guys
let's
have a
do it
great day.
again
Let us
soon.
know how we can help.
Bye.
Bye.